Hi guys, welcome back to the Butterfly Effect podcast. Today we are going to be doing another Lost Records review, and specifically, as you've seen in the title, this video is all about Autumn and why she might be the key for tape 2. So recently we did a video on who sent the package. Now, we had all these theories from Kat, Pam, Dylan, Corey, but one sort of person, Jack, that we didn't really pick up on, and Tatjana, so credit to you, thank you for commenting in, planted something in my mind, and I think it might be like the winning theory. It's up there as like the first or second best sort of like suspect for me. But I'll read the comment for you, Jack. So there is also something else that we might have to consider, that Autumn's mother received the package and not someone else, because why would she of all people receive it? We know that Pam knows Autumn's mother, so maybe that's more evidence for her being the sender, because she also observes Swan constantly. But there's another unlikely twist theory I have, that it is Autumn. That she wanted the others to meet again, so she made the package and texted everyone about it. In the Abyss trailer, there's a shot of her in the car we haven't seen yet in game. Assuming it wasn't solely made for the trailer, that might hint at something she did before meeting Swan. Also, is she really texting with her boss or with someone else? Of course, I'm overanalyzing things. None of that will likely be important, but hey, it's fun to come up with some theories. And you know what? You call it crazy theories. I think, Tatjana, there's a lot of merit to this. So, I've been monologuing for a while, Jack. Firstly, do you reckon that has merit? Do you reckon there's a world where in tape 2, Autumn's the culprit?
I mean, yeah, potentially. I feel like because she's the one that brings the box, right? So everyone's therefore assuming, okay, so therefore she's not necessarily behind it. But because of what you were saying about the crying in the car, and you're right, it's a little detail, like the whole social worker thing. But it could well come back. You don't know. So I think it's really good observations by Tatjana there. And as well, we know that Autumn is the one that didn't make a wish at the Abyss. So that is another little factor that could somehow come into play here. So you don't know. Like, she's the one name that seems to be eluding people's lips for, the whole box thing. So yeah, could be.
And when we kind of looked at the characters in our analysis series, we did say that we didn't think Autumn was a weak character, but we thought the other three were better. We thought, although, yeah, Autumn's probably loyal, trustworthy, quite grounded and level-headed, we wanted to see a little bit more out of her. And I think Take 2 could potentially do that with Autumn. And Tatjana's totally right. I look at the Abyss trailer, there's this whole shot of her in the car and her face. If you had to kind of sum her expression up in a word, I would say guilt. She looks super guilty about something. And I'm wondering, because everyone keeps saying, oh, whoever made the parcel must have been there. It has things like Remember for Bloom and Rage Only, knew the band name, and it has all the Vortex swells on it. So we almost assume, oh, well, it's got to be Kat, right, since we haven't seen her yet. But I think that'd be a really cool swerve if it was actually Autumn, to be honest, lad.
Yeah, and you know what? The other detail that you brought up that I thought was really interesting was the thing with Autumn's mum and how Pam knows her. And it makes me think about Pam as well. Like, why would she be so secretive and underhand as to like subtly give it to Autumn's mum to then presumably bring the characters together? And the fact that she's positioned herself in the bar that night. Is there something sinister going on? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many little ways that you could look at it. Actually, it just proves how how well thought out this tape 1 was, because there's so many theories that we can go with.
Yeah, and I agree. And the thing is, as well, is that, you know how I mentioned to you in the past, I was like, there's clearly this whole thing with Pam who investigates the supernatural, and you have that conversation with her at the bar. I didn't want them just to throw that in for no reason. Like, if that doesn't get picked up again in take 2, that's just sloppy writing. Like, why put that in there? You're just trying to add lore randomly to this world. And also, on Autumn's behalf, she has this whole job as a social worker. She's heavily distracted by her phone in take 1. And then she says, oh, I'm in social work. I'm trying to find this young girl a house. And they have, like, these family issues. And it could be that she was lying. And those two elements that I've mentioned are actually knotted together in some capacity. and Autumn is responsible for making the parcel, or Pam. It could be like maybe a joint effort, something along those lines. And then, you know, Autumn's actually wanted to summon Nora and Swan back to Velvet Cove. So she wasn't on my radar, but thanks to this comment by Tatjana, I'm actually like heavily believing this theory. And when I go into tape 2, I'm gonna have like my eyes firmly on Autumn, to be honest.
Makes you wonder too, if she's not talking to, you know, someone from her job, then who is she talking to? Because it's something obviously of significance. She knows, like, because of the story that we've been told, because of the reunion, it's been 27 years, they're old best friends, everything that's gone down. That meeting is of significance, but she's still distracted by her phone. Now, I hope it's just not a little character thing that they're just giving her, that, you know, she's got a job, she's juggling multiple things in her life. So the more I think about it, the more I do think that there is something going on with Autumn and her phone, which then makes me think, like I said, who is it that she could be talking to? Could it be Kat? You know, from literally she's trying to get everyone back together. Maybe it's Kat, and maybe our choices in tape 2 depend on who it is that she's talking to. You really just don't know.
No, I agree. Like we say, tape 1's quite vague. There is a lot they can do with it. But yeah, I think Autumn's got a part to play here, and I think she's going to play a major role in tape 2. Guys, that is it for the end of the video. Let us know in the comments if you think this theory is plausible and you think Autumn's going to have a role to play in tape 2. Otherwise, stick around, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz. If you like Lost Records, Life is Strange, loads of other choice-based games, this is the channel for you. And we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.
Catch you later.